What has been Meghan Markle's latest move to Prince Harry's visa application getting released? I'll tell you this right now, her response is cold, even for an alleged narcissistic nutbag like herself. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because what has been Meghan Markle's latest move to Prince Harry's visa application getting released? And I'll tell you right now, her response for me is cold, even for an alleged narcissistic nutbag like herself. So let's jump into it, shall we? Now, this is from the Daily Mail. It's a Daily Mail Plus article, so I'm only going to show you snippets of it. If you want to read the full article, you do have to pay for it. But this is by Amanda Platel. Prince Harry's ugly Coca-Cola admission, we'll say there for the YouTube human reviewer, and why it explains so much about Meghan's latest move. And so here we all know, ramping up to Prince Harry's visa application getting released and it being released, it's all become a story over the last year or so as to whether he actually lied on his application or not when it comes to his past illicit substance use. And, you know, whether he lied or not, the question is going to be whether he's actually going to be deported by the administration or not. Because forms for visa applications specifically ask about current and past illicit substance use. And you cannot lie about it, because if you do, it's, to my knowledge, a federal offence and you'll get kicked out. And so after Prince Harry released his book Spare, and he was so candid about his past illicit substance use, the Heritage Foundation clicked and they were like, hang on a minute, did he actually put all this on the visa application? Because if so, he shouldn't have got in. And if he didn't, then he should be deported. And so, yeah, that's been essentially the basis of Harry's visa application court story for the last year or so. Now, what has been Meghan Markle's response to Prince Harry's visa application release? As I said, her response is cold, even for an alleged narcissistic nutbag like herself. And so this is the thing, right? The whole furor, the whole drama around Prince Harry's visa application, specifically because of his past illicit substance use, is, as Amanda Platel says, the last thing Megsy wants, as she tries to kind of promote herself as a homespun kind of innocent woman at home, cooking and baking and gardening and hosting for the kids and a guest, this, that, and the other. As Amanda says here, in a TV show as sweet as apple pie. Yeah. If you have a TV show as sweet as apple pie, doesn't really mix and gel with past illicit substance use when it comes to the coca kind of situation or the green situation, right? So Amanda says, nor will she want Harry's visas files to rake up her own links to illicit substance usage in the past. She may now be a 43-year-old mum of two who's promoting herself as all things wholesome, but at her first wedding, when she married her first partner, Trevor Engelson, in 2011, let's say it's been alleged, okay, that she served green, which wasn't really lawful, in party bags, according to guests that were there. So here, the timing is hardly ideal. She's trying to launch herself as, you know, the next Martha Stewart, the next Gwyneth Paltrow, clean, happy, as sweet as apple pie, this, that, and the other. And in comes in Prince Harry and his visa application drama to destroy the day for her. This is the last thing that she'll want. Harry and Meghan's popularity continues to tank in America, also continues to tank here in the UK as well. Amanda says, look, this is all really their last chance saloon. And you have to ask whether Meghan, so dependent on the success of her new ventures, feels Harry has now become a liability to her rather than an asset. I mean, Amanda's got a good point here to quote her. She says, what if Harry had appeared on With Love Meghan while she gleefully sieved the fine white flour for her honey drivel cake and got a bit of white powder on his nose? Imagine the headlines. Do you know what, though? That's true. That is really, really true. I wish we lived in a reality where that happened, I do have to admit. But this is the thing, right? This is the response that Meghan Markle is making to Prince Harry's visa application release. Better to leave him on the sidelines, walking the dogs and feeding the chucks, than tarnish her reputation. So, what do I mean when I'm saying that this is Meghan Markle's response to Prince Harry's visa application release? Megsy has known now for a while that this is going to happen, that Prince Harry's visa application is going to be released. And it's going to open a Pandora's box as to whether he lied or not on the application, right? Whether, he lied about his illicit substance use in the past or not. Either way, that's bad for Megsy because it rakes up not only his illicit substance past, but her alleged illicit substance past as well, right? She doesn't want all that dragged up and it being linked to what she's trying to do now. Being a wholesome, stay-at-home, cooking, baking, gardening, entertaining kind of extraordinaire, trying to be like the next Martha Stewart, the next Gwyneth Paltrow. Trying to be those things doesn't really jive when illicit substance use gets raked up from your past. Let's put it that way. So what is Megsy's response to all of this? She is trying to professionally separate from Prince Harry as far as possible, to try and distance herself from Prince Harry professionally as far as possible, so that anything that comes up on this visa application doesn't affect her and her brand and her show and her podcast. And to me, to coin a phrase and be a little bit funny here, the proof is really in the pudding. Why? Because Prince Harry, first and foremost, really wasn't in season 1 of With Love Meghan, and now he's not even going to be in season 2 of With Love Meghan. A source saying he's not in it, it's her and more friends, more of the same. Not only that, but Megsy also announced her new podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, or Confessions of a Female Flounder, right? And here she's saying, look, I'm so excited to share with you something else I've been working on. Here's the podcast. I'm having conversations with amazing women who have turned their dreams into realities, scaled small ideas into successful, massive businesses. They're opening up, sharing their tips, tricks, their fails. They're letting me pick their brains as she builds out her own business. As ever, it's been eye-opening, inspiring, fun, blah, 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 blah. However, who's not on it, who's not going to be making an appearance, is Prince Harry. Now, this whole professional separation has actually been happening for a while, right, guys? We've been reporting on this professional separation since around about September or October last year. And I wonder if now, when you look back, that this professional separation since towards the end of last year was by Megsy's design. That she knew back then it was only a matter of time before Prince Harry's visa application was going to be released. And with As Ever, with Love Meghan, with this podcast, all in the works at the time, with her trying to build herself up to be the next Martha Stewart, the next Gwyneth Paltrow, this, that and the other, I wonder if she actually started to professionally separate from Prince Harry back then to try and distance herself as much as possible so that when the visa application gets released and his illicit past substance use comes back up to the fray, that it doesn't affect her and her ventures as much, that it doesn't tarnish her reputation and tarnish her efforts to be the next Martha Stewart, because she's tried to professionally separate him from him for quite a while now in preparation for this. Do you see where I'm coming from there, guys? The manipulation is strong with this one, right? Oh my goodness. if that's the case, and she's been professionally separating from Prince Harry since towards the end of last year, in preparation for his visa application getting released, so whatever's in there doesn't tarnish her ventures, her efforts to be the next Martha Stewart, then damn, her response is cold to this, even for an alleged narcissistic nutbag like herself. Because you would think that as a wife, she would want to support Prince Harry as much as possible, not only behind the scenes, but publicly as well, to put on a united front. It looks like to me she ain't doing that. It looks like to me Amanda Platel has got a point. And she's been distancing herself from Prince Harry professionally since towards the end of last year to prepare herself for this moment when his visa application gets released. So whatever is in there doesn't tarnish her efforts to try and be the next Martha Stewart or the next Gwyneth Paltrow. But what do you guys think? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more. You do not want to miss my next video. Then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. Do you think Meghan Markle has been professionally separating from Prince Harry in preparation for this visa application being released so that whatever's in there doesn't tarnish her efforts and her reputation to try to be the next Martha Stewart or Gwyneth Paltrow? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.